Hi everyone, I am the group leader of Team Alpha and my name is Sayyid Arib Zedi. And let me introduce you first of all with the group members that are working with me. And Team Alpha is constituted of like four guys, which are Farhan, Khurshid, then we have Umar Saeed, and with Umar Saeed we have Sukhwinder. So Saeed Ribzadi, Sukhwinder Singh, Umar, and Farhan, we four are working and we are part of Team Alpha. And yes, we are working together and developing a UI based app for our client. And let me just brief you about what the app is and how we are working actually on it. And then I will continue with my own individual part in it, what I am doing in the app actually, and in our project actually. So what we are doing is we have a client who works in Geelong. So let me tell you first what is the problem actually. So the problem is that there is a client and he needs to deliver particular documents to different organization in location, and he starts from Geelong actually, and from Geelong he has like 3 delivery trucks, or sometime he have like 2 delivery trucks depending on what is available. So the max is like 3. So what he has to do is from Geelong he has multiple locations in Melbourne and he has to deliver particular documents. So what we have to do is we have to create an app which will do is actually create a cost effective path for the drivers who deliver the particular documents. So how it works is really simple. So what we have to do is we have to create an interface in which driver of that office that is in Geelong input, let's say 5 to 10 multiple locations in the app. So once he's done with the location, what the app will do is app will create an all and out, a path from where the delivery will start and where will it end. So we don't have to really actually go to Google Maps again and again to input the next address and the next address and then the next address. And in that problem we also have to do it, a wild guess like where to go first. And maybe sometimes we have to go far but the documents are less that we have to deliver over a particular place. And maybe then there is a place which is really near but we just have 1 or 2 documents that needs to be delivered. So we have to prioritize the number of documents and the delivery of the trucks and the available space on the delivery trucks. And then we have to create the most cost effective path by using an algorithm, definitely, that will reduce the overall price of our project. So that's what we have to do and that's what we have to work on actually. So the problem is the delivery. We have to give a solution that is cost effective and that will help the truck drivers to manage their delivery time and reduce the overall cost of the whole delivery system. So we are working on actually a pick and drop delivery system app which not go on one but multiple addresses, and we create a one synchronized path for them, and that's how everything's work in our app. So that's the whole idea behind it. So as far as our project is concerned, because it was a 2 semester project, so what we have decided with the client is that we're gonna give them a UI based design. So in the next semester whoever will carry it on from this part will get an idea and they have all the UI of the app, and then they can just develop the core of it, and yeah, the app is ready to go. So what we are doing is actually we are providing an Adobe UXD app of our project. So that's our whole project and that's what we have decided with the client, and that's all the client want from us actually, because it was a 2 semester project and we were only left with this one, and this project was actually thrown out, so it's actually a challenge for us to do. And so we are doing a lot of research that how we can create the most efficient app UI for this particular problem. So all of our members are really working hard on it. Let's say Umar, Farhan, and me. So we all are working really hard on it, how to make the best possible UI design for the app so that it can be used in the future, by the client, by our client. So so how we all are working is defining the group, and me myself as well. So what we are doing is, so we are working with outcome.live who have their office in Hardware Lane. So what we do is all of us meet them over there on Thursday. We have a meeting over there, we decide the sprint, and then we iterate our progress. So that's how we are working on our project actually. So we are pretty much done with the planning, how we will carry it on, what we need to do, and how we are distributing the workload and everything. Each of my colleagues and my team members will have their own part in their video, and they will explain you a bit what they are doing. And yeah, so as far as I'm doing is I'm particularly working on the whole the system architecture of the app. How will the app behave from one point to the other, or from start to the end? So I'm sketching all the flow charts, and how things will work, and how we need to carry it on as a team, and how we can do it. So I'm dealing with the communication part as well, collaborating with the team, getting them to the one point, and then developing overall structure of the app, the flow charts. And then ultimately we and me with all my other team members, we will go to a point we will start developing the main thing, which is the UI base. So we are pretty much done with the research and everything. So do I. So I have read a lot of documents, of and I have read a lot of so I have done a lot of research actually of how similar apps work in the industry and how things can go. So that's all from my side actually, as a team and as an individual. And now the team members will actually explain their individual parts in the app and how they will carry it on. So Umar will be the next guy who will do it. So, and then Farhan, and then Sukhwinder, and all other guys. So hope you like our idea and how we are progressing, and thank you. Regards.
Hi, so I'm Umar, and I'm Umar, and we are working on this project, like me and my mates like Pran, Arif, and Sukhwinder. So in my what I'm doing for this project so far, like so every sprint, we are making some progress, and we are submitting that to the even to the Moodle, and So in my part in this project, it's like I'm doing the documentation for the project. All the documentation done by me. So what we are doing, I'm at the moment, like in this sprint, I'm working on this research. Like we are, I'm getting data and analyzing the data, and then we are analyzing the data from the different areas, and we are taking it and studying the data, which gonna help us in developing our app. Like so, we can take some specifications from different like apps. Like we can take the Google Map and stuff like that in our project, like because it's a delivery app, it's a delivery and tracking app for the delivery driver. So we need these kind of stuff. So for at this very moment, I'm working on the research part. Like I'm doing the research, and reaching out to different places, and meeting with the client. So in the last week we met with the client, and he explained us like his real what he wanted us to develop for him, and what you're gonna need it, like for this development. So that's my project so far, is like I'm doing this research and documentation for now, like in this sprint, and in the coming like it's gonna be changing for now. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Hi guys, it's Farhan. Hope you're all doing well. As our project manager, we've already explained to you guys like what we are doing. Like is we are building a tracking and delivery application app for the driver of advanced record management system to help them deliver and pick up like various different document boxes like from each different business location in a day, like in their one run. So what I'm gonna tell you guys, like briefly, like what my part in the project right now is, I'm working on the sprint retrospective for each week, like what user stories should be included in each week, what we have already accomplished in the previous week. As like we have weekly ongoing meetings with the client on every Thursday. We just sat down with them and discussed like what we have already done in the previous week is according to the plan, and we are all on the same page, and what user story should be included in the next week to work on. And after the meeting, like we just sat down like team, just review the success area and opportunity for the next sprint as well. So like as we are working like in a team, so there's like a lot of learning in it. Like it fosters creativity and learning in you guys, like and it also like build complementary strength, and it also like tell you people like to how to resolve like different various conflict like which can come like while you're working in a group. Like if someone is like thinking like this is the solution, and the other one is thinking like nah, this one may be the solution. So like we as a team like can resolve the conflict and work on towards the better solution to get it. And it also like tell you guys like if you're working like as a team, there are like different brainstorming ideas from different people as a group. So it just not like give you any stale viewpoints. Like which you get like usually when you're like working as a solo. So it just like build as a complementary strength, and it also like improve your weaknesses, that maybe the other guy, like the other group member, is good in organization planning and thinking, and you're like more like good in brainstorming ideas and stuff. So you can also teach them, and you can also learn them, like and improve your ability as well. So I think like we can improve a lot of things like as we work on towards moving forward. So hope like we will work as a team and we can achieve our goals, and just learn from each other, and it will also like help us like in our like further professional career, how to work in a team, like when you're working on some different project in different business locations. So it will just help us like in a lot of ways. So that's all for me. Thanks very much, and see you guys next time. Bye. Take care.
Everyone, I'm Sukhminder. So in this sprint, each of our team member had their own part to play, and they worked on it and they finished it. And my part was to work on different case studies that were available on Google Scholar, or just on online in the journals. So among various case study that I worked on, one of them was Get Swift, which is one of the most successful tracking application nowadays. So I try to get all the positive and negatives from the case studies, and which were then reviewed by my team members. Along with that, we try to make our application as simple as we can, so that it is effective and it provides an effective solution for what our client wants. Also, uh, I worked on user stories, like what input will give which output, and those were also reviewed by my team members, which were to be accepted and which were not to be accepted and rejected. So I worked on user stories along with that case studies. Talking about my stream specific knowledge, I had a background in computer science engineering. I did my bachelor's, so I tried to include all the software knowledge that I had, all the software development life cycle and all the testing phase that I tried to include that. Along with that, uh, what I learned from this sprint so far is how to work with the team members. Since in my bachelor's I've been working, even in 3 months internship I worked myself, and even the 6 months internship I also just had one partner. So I tried to learn how to work together in a team of four. It's a quite good experience so far, and how to share my knowledge with them, and also accept where I am wrong and where I am right, which is one of the best thing that I have been learning so far, because in some things they are more aware and more knowledgeable than me. What could have gone better in this sprint was me accepting much more what they were to uh, describe, what they were to guide me, how to work with them, how to work on the project. So thus it has been quite a good combination so far with my teammates, and hoping that in next sprint we will be working much more on this project, and we would be like try to bring out the application, its design uh, of the application. So that's all for now. Thank you so much.